Hey there, and welcome back to the Fairway Mid-Atlantic YouTube channel. Today we're talking about whether you should buy or build your new home. If you've been paying attention to this market, then you know that we are in a seller's market. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, it really just means that sellers are in an incredibly great place in this market today. With high demand, low inventory, and low rates, home buyers are searching high and low for their perfect home and willing to do just about anything for it. So, if you're looking to sell your home, where do you go? You have a few different options, and of course there's a whole process behind selling your home and buying a new one at the same time, and we can get into that at a later date. But for right now, let's focus on whether you should buy a new home or build your own. Before we jump into today's video though, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and leave a comment and let us know whether you think you would buy a new home or build your own home. Now, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Now, if you're selling your home, you're obviously looking for a new place to go. And you have a few different options to choose from. But one of the biggest questions that you may have is whether you should buy an existing home or invest in your own custom build. Now, there are pros and cons to each side of this, and we're gonna go over all of those today. New construction homes have that personal touch. You can customize it exactly to your liking and have a blank canvas to work from. But existing homes have a story to tell and give you that lived-in quality. So we're gonna go over the pros and cons of each option so that you can decide for yourself what is best for you in your specific situation. New construction. Now, there are definitely some pros to new construction. One of those, like we said before, is the ability to customize your space. This is your opportunity to create, literally, the home of your dreams. From choosing the exact floor plan that you want in your home, to the custom fixtures, finishes, and touches that will be inside your home. You have complete control over what that looks like. You get to decide how many bedrooms and bathrooms. If you've always wanted a huge family dining room and a separate living room, great, you might get to have that. If you have always wanted a little sunroom for you to read in, add it on. You have the freedom to create the home of your dreams. Another pro of a new construction home is efficiency. Newer appliances and technologies are often more efficient than those in existing homes. This also comes into play with things like windows and insulation. And all of that combined translates into lower utility bills, which is a huge plus. And another pro of new construction, maintenance is very low, at least at the beginning, because everything is brand new. From your appliances to your HVAC, everything in your house is brand new, so you don't necessarily have to worry about what could go wrong in those first few months of home ownership. This could mean that you are more easily able to predict your monthly home charges or expenses, and that could allow you a more flexible budget or just give you a better picture of what you're spending each month on your home. Now, some cons to new construction is that it's often in what's called exurbia, and that means it's a little further away from already established neighborhoods or cities and towns, and might require you to commute a little further to where you need to go. So while new construction has a lot of pros, it also might mean that you are sacrificing your location. And what do they say? Location, location, location. Another con to new construction is that you're gonna have to wait. Building a home obviously takes a lot of time. And the time it takes to build that house compared to the time that it takes for you to sell your house, especially in today's market, may be very, very different. So you're gonna have to factor in timing into this whole process if you're looking at building your new home. Because odds are your home, your current home, will go a lot faster than the one that you're building. And that's not even considering all of the hiccups and mess ups that may occur in the process of building your new home. Existing homes. Now, existing homes also have a ton of pros that come with them. The first one being is that they come with a story. We often tell new home buyers to write a letter to the seller explaining exactly why they fall in love with the house that they want. This appeals to the seller because they have their own story attached to that house, and explaining to them your specific situation and why you love their home may help move the process along. But all of that aside, when you're moving into an existing home, it already has some character for you to work with. Another pro of existing homes is that you have a wide variety of layouts and styles to choose from. You're not pigeonholed into one style. And while you may know exactly what you want and what you like, when you're touring existing homes, you may happen upon some pretty interesting things that you didn't even know existed or considered having in your own home. And that can open you up to a lot more opportunity, especially in today's competitive market. And then another pro of existing homes is that they often are in established communities. You'll be moving into a home that is surrounded by a community, great neighborhoods, schools, shopping, etc., and have access to all of those amenities. And that's something to consider when you're moving to a new home, because it's not just your house, it's where you're going to live, where you're going to plant roots, raise your family, practice your new career, whatever it may be. And having that community around you really adds to the benefits of homeownership. And then lastly, another pro of an existing home is that it's often surrounded by matured landscaping. And you might be thinking, well, who really cares about the trees? But trees and nature and all of the landscaping around existing homes actually help protect them against the weather and the seasons, and may benefit you as the seasons change as a homeowner in terms of maintenance. But it also gives you a little less to worry about in terms of creating your perfect home, because the beautiful landscaping already exists. And then some cons to existing homes, because there are some. One of them is probably the maintenance. When you're buying an existing home, you might or probably should have gotten a home inspection before you bought the home. So you should have a good idea of some issues that already exist inside the home. But when you become a homeowner, problems arise all the time, and there's no telling what could happen next. Factor into your budget the possibility of surprise or emergency repairs and regular maintenance to your home. Another con to existing homes may be the lack of freedom that you have in creating your perfect home right away. When you're buying an existing home, there are a lot of things, maybe, that you would like to change. That could be the floor finishings, that could be hardware, that could be knocking down an entire room. And whatever that is, you're gonna have to take some time to start and finish those projects. Now, not saying that's impossible, but the expenses for that really start to add up, especially in existing homes where you don't necessarily know what lies underneath. So if you're looking at existing homes or considering a new build, factor in all of the renovations that you may need to make to an existing home to really make it feel like your home. Those are just some of the pros and cons of buying an existing home or building a brand new home. And whichever you decide is really up to you and your lifestyle needs. Whether you're a big family who's lived in an existing home for several years and are ready to make the plunge on building your dream home, or you are a first-time home buyer looking for a starter home, you should be aware of all of the options available to you as a home buyer. In another video, we'll explain the whole process behind selling and buying your home at the same time and how you can navigate that process. For now, if you have any questions, please head to our website at www.fairwaymidatlantic.com and contact one of our loan officers to talk through all of the available home financing options for you and your family. And before you leave, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and hit subscribe so you don't miss another one from us. We post new videos every Friday all about the home buying process, mortgages, finances, and more, so you don't want to miss it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.